Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Tales of Destiny with Part 9. Last time, we just wrapped up trying to locate the Eye of Atamoni, and we have potentially found the actual location, and which is in the Fruitless Temple of Calviola, because apparently a giant statue was being brought there, so we're going to be checking that out. Real quick though, I neglected to go over the enemies in this area, so I do apologize for that. Assuming you did all that grinding earlier, you probably already know, but I'm going to explain it anyways. You got worms, desert flies, and the occasional scorpion. The only one you really need to worry about are the scorpions, because they can actually inflict the poison status on you. Thankfully, Rudy learns antidote in the like, I want to say a level 12 or 13. So you can easily get rid of that as soon as you get inflicted with it. If she's running low on TP, just note that these enemies can also drop Panacea bottles occasionally, so you can use those too. But I also showed off two spells there earlier. Because Rudy has Barrier now. Barrier increases the defense stats of one party member for a short time. And there was also Force Field that finally I could use. Force Field pretty much blocks off the enemy from attacking you for a short time, giving you a chance to like either use an item or cast a spell. I'm not sure how effective it is, but it looked like it worked pretty well against that desert fly, because it couldn't really attack us. Anyway, we're at the Fruitless Temple, so yeah. I believe a statue has been brought here. No, I haven't heard a thing about any statue. Then, did Leiden visit this temple? The High Priest is not visited here. Okay, I understand. Let's go. It's strange. What? I only said Leiden's name. But that man knew that Leiden was a high priest. Is it that unusual for him to know the name of a high priest? Please, spare us your ignorance. Leiden's not a high-ranking bishop or archbishop. Priests at other temples wouldn't know the name of a mere high priest. Hey, back off! I believe Leon is right. This can only mean that he's somehow connected with Leiden. Then, if we grill them for information... I don't think so. They're just a bunch of useless underlings. How about sneaking in during the night? Then I'll stay at the temple. I'll be able to unlock the back door from the inside when it gets dark. Fine, do it. Alright, we'll stay at the inn and wait until nightfall. Good luck, Philia. I'll be fine, since Clement will be with me. Don't you worry about a thing. Okay, I'm leaving now. We'll wait at the inn. And we're gonna do just that. So at least we have a plan to get into the Fruitless Temple, because clearly something's not right. As Philia said, these guys know who Leiden is. They know Leiden, which is apparently rare. You know, for people from different temples to know different. I don't know. That actually seems kind of lazy, if you ask me. I feel like if you're working at a temple that has the same name as like a bunch of other temples, the least you should do is like get to know the people from the others. Like, just in case if something bad happens at this temple, you can report to the other ones. I don't know. I mean, I guess in that regard, it'd be no different than like different buildings from the same company, like nobody knowing each other between like buildings or Walmart, whatever. It's like I guess it's like Walmart in that way. That's a weird... Anyways, now that we managed to get inside, we got some new enemies here. We got monk soldiers, priests, and bat eyes. The bat eyes are no problem. They'll just try and fly, like bite you or something. The priests, however, they can cast acid rain, which drops everyone's defense stats. Rudy can do this as well, so if you want her to use it, go right ahead. It's pretty good. As for the monk soldier, they have some pretty damaging attacks, and they can also combo you. But it's not like they have actual like special attacks. I do believe the priests can also use first aid, but I don't believe so. I might have just seen Rudy using it during my recording, and just assumed it was the priestess. But yeah, again, priestesses use acid rain. The bad eyes try to hurt you, just bite you, and the monk soldiers can deal some combo attacks. But overall, not much of a threat. Assuming you're the same level as I am. If you're a lower level, they might give you a bit of trouble. Thankfully, the priestess don't really have any actual like spells to hurt you with, because then that would be a problem. That traitor. They took over the temple and locked me up, and now here I am before you. How many of them were there? There were at least 30 men, I think. Are they in the cathedral? I don't know, but there is an underground tunnel that's accessed from the cathedral. I see. Can you get me out of here? Sure, I'll open the door now. Wait, don't open it yet. Leon! How can we be sure that he's not a monster? Just look at him. Man, you're too paranoid. I'd rather not take any chances. We'll leave him here. I agree with him. Okay, I understand. We'll take care of the enemy. You'll be safer in here, so please stay put. I understand. I'm counting on you. And I'm just going to assume we save him after we're done all this nonsense. Because we don't interact with him again. Alright, so we're just going to go down here, and we got some more enemies. The only enemies we're going to encounter is that bunch of enemies we just fought earlier. So 2 priests, 2 monk soldiers, and one bat eye. It'll be the same combination of enemies every time, and you have to fight a total of 4 of them. The second you get to the prison cells, that fight you just saw, and once we get into the deep part of the dungeon, it's not even, well, I guess a dungeon will be, I guess calling it a dungeon would be strange, because this lasts less longer. This lasts less longer than the previous Trailers Temple, because we're already at the end. What are you doing here? Yikes! Ah, I see we have some rodents here. I didn't think you would be able to follow us this far. But unfortunately, what you're looking for is no longer here. So the Eye of Atamoni was at this temple. Yes, but it was taken again by Leiden. I knew it! Leiden was here! I saw you this afternoon. As I suspected, you were an imposter. Speak for yourselves. Why don't you reveal your true identities? Fake? We're completely respectable priests. We saw our allegiance to Leiden's vision. The Eye of Atamoni will control the world. And when that happens, we will reign supreme over the world. You will make them understand that humans are powerless before the great Eye of Atamoni. You guys are so generic for villains. Just saying. We're different from you fools. We've been blessed by Atamoni as the chosen ones. Oh, goody. Oh, I see. Using religion as an excuse to get away with criminal activity. That makes sense. We have no time for your theological arguments. We have no use for you fools. If you tell us where Leiden went, we'll let you go. Oh, I don't know about that. But I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. All we need to do is sit back and watch Leiden's monster army take control of the world. The monster army? Do you know what the monster's source of life is? It's lens. Oberon Corporation's cargo ships are pirated for their lens shipments. The lens is then used to produce monsters. That can't be. That kind of technology shouldn't exist now. It's only a matter of time. Leiden will assume control of weakened countries, one by one, with the power from the Eye of Atamoni. I'm surprised that Leiden was behind the pirating of Lens cargo ships near Fitzgold. Even the mere interruption of the Lens supply to Seingeld, it will disrupt their economy because Lens is an important part of Seingold's industry and finance. Since the lens is also used to create monsters, it's truly a case of killing two birds with one stone. Well, I've had enough idle chatter. We won't allow you to interfere with Leiden. We will destroy you now. Attack them. And again, as I said before, it's going to be the same formation. But I'm leaving these in because it's kind of mandatory. Now the funny thing is, after this fight, you're just gonna fight another batch in a row. But you would think they would give you a different enemy because the guy that was just talking to us fights us too. But he just ends up being like another generic monk soldier, which I found really strange. Oh, I guess I can at least talk about Mary's new attack. She had assuming I didn't talk about it last part. Did I talk about it last? Yeah, I did. What? You will pay for this! Now, you would expect this to be an actual, like, boss fight, but no, it's just the same fight as before. I think only this time there are two bad eyes, so you are outnumbered by a couple, but they don't stand a chance against you. Because the priests on their own actually can't really fight back besides using acid armor. And I'm going to use Firewall. Woot. Yeah, this fight's really nothing to scoff at. They're not necessarily weak to anything, though, if that helps. Again, it's not necessary. The bad eyes are fragile, they don't hurt much, and like the priestess can't really attack you all that well. They only use the acid rain, and their damage output when it comes to physical attacks is outright pitiful. Well, at least we know what our next destination is. Go next. Choose the first one because then Leon will question your intelligence, and we don't want that. Exactly. Okay, I understand. But let's call it a day and find an inn so we can get some rest. And we're gonna do pretty much that. So yeah, the Eye of Atamoni has been taken away once again by Leiden. I feel like I'm seeing a pattern here, right? And unfortunately, this is going to go on for a little while. This is essentially just going to be a wild goose chase where we're chasing Leiden all over the damn place until we eventually come across him. Like, Leiden will be one of our final objectives for this half of the game, for this first portion of the game. I wouldn't say half, because I can't exactly say how long this game is. But now we're going to Fitzgold. Did I forget to mention how much I love this soundtrack? It's so good. I recommend looking into it on your downtime because it's really something. And the captain wasn't lying when he said we were practically going across the world. Like, Fitzgold is pretty far away from Calvalis. And if you remember from a couple parts ago, or 3 parts ago, Leon mentioned a woman named Eileen, and we're actually going to be meeting with her. Actually, right here, we'll go see Eileen. She's in charge of the Fitzgold area region. We should be able to see her if we go to the Rembrandt Mansion. So Eileen sounds pretty important. So we're going to be meeting up with her in order to advance the plot. Maybe she knows some information, maybe she doesn't. But now that we managed to take care of the Strayless Temple and Caviola, we're going to call it a part. Next time on Tales of Destiny, we're going to be chatting it up with this Eileen person while also exploring the town in its entirety, see what we can uncover about the Eye of Atamoni. Because, once again, we're still chasing this stupid thing. So until then, I got a juice.